Hi, I'm Ada. I'm here with Ali Jean Iyenler, and welcome to NexTech. Join us as we delve into the world of robotics.
I don't know if this is my co-host or my replacement. Few tech innovations have instilled as much excitement and fear as the rise of robots. The term robot actually comes from the Czech word robota, meaning forced labor, first used by Karel Čapek in his 1920 play Rossum's Universal Robots. Fast forward to the 1950s and 60s, when robots started to spread through industries, performing tasks too dangerous or monotonous for humans. But Hollywood has also helped in capturing our imaginations. Who could forget R2-D2 from Star Wars? This little droid charmed audiences with his bravery and wit. And then there's the Terminator, a chilling vision of artificial intelligence gone wrong.
I'll be back.
Today, robotics is transcending fiction and factories. From delivery and service bots to autonomous vehicles, the future is fast becoming less human. And the advancements in robotics over the past 2 decades have been astounding. Debuting at the turn of the millennia, Asimo by Honda wowed the world with its advanced mobility and humanoid design, capable of running, climbing stairs, and even recognizing faces. One US company has been at the forefront with robots. Boston Dynamics' robotic dog is making leaps in industries from construction to entertainment. More recent additions from companies like Tesla and their humanoid robot Optimus are also making their mark. But perhaps the most realistic is from China. Robot goddess Xia impresses with her realistic appearance and ability to hold basic conversations, representing a leap forward in human-to-robot interaction. And Türkiye doesn't want to be left out of this revolutionary shift. Companies there are gearing up to join the robotics race with a unique focus on AI-driven robots that cover everything from customer service to disaster relief. Their approach to robotics is simpler and more usable. I'd be lying if I said Turkish robotic companies are matching their counterparts in America and Asia when it comes to advanced mobility. The approach here hasn't been about precision, but more about practicality and potential profits, like this delivery robot that will upend an industry thriving from the e-commerce boom. It's quite simple. The delivery company sends you a unique access code to your mobile device. Once you click on the link, the delivery robot's secure lid opens up and you have access to your package. Deliver's AI is designed to autonomously deliver food, groceries, and other parcels from shops directly to customers' doorsteps. Headquartered at a tech hub at Istanbul Technical University, the company's delivery robots aim to dramatically lower clients' operational costs while streamlining the logistical process. These delivery robots use advanced GPS, LiDAR, and AI to navigate busy streets and sidewalks, ensuring efficient and safe deliveries. The contactless delivery model is also environmentally friendly, with the bots having zero emissions. The growth potential is immense, with the market for autonomous delivery expected to surge, driven by increasing demand for quick, contactless delivery solutions. And in just a few years, analysts predict these robots will become an integral part of the urban landscape, revolutionizing how we receive goods. So what we saw during the pandemic was the proliferation of home and office deliveries, but this is going to be a real disruptor, isn't it?
Correct. Actually, we also started during the pandemic, just 1 month after the pandemic started, which was in 2020 April, and then we founded our company in July of 2020. It has been 4 years of a endeavor, let's say, of a journey. So we have started during that period. If it wasn't for the pandemic, we wouldn't be able to come at this stage, let's say. And we believe like it's going to be increasing a lot of robotic technologies and delivery options on the road as well as on the pavements, on the sidewalks in close future as well. However, pandemic increased the speed of evolvement of that, let's say.
So this technology, it is unmanned and it is autonomous. Tell me a little bit more.
Yeah, sure, it's definitely unmanned and it's definitely autonomous. We are like around above 90% autonomy level we have. We are going over the pavement and sidewalks mainly. So within 1 mile area, we do whole deliveries from location A to B in a given neighborhood, from either restaurants for food, groceries, and the parcels as well from the delivery unit to the close by locations within the last mile delivery option, let's say.
So you said that this delivery robot runs on pavements, and sidewalks around the world can be uneven. They have its own challenges. Is it a big of an obstacle for this robot to get up and down sidewalks?
Actually, we are one of the companies who can overcome that challenge. We can climb up to 20 centimeters of sidewalk. There hasn't have to be any slopes to be able to climb the sidewalk. We can just 20 centimeter climb easily. We do the operations on the pavement mainly. It's going up and down of the sidewalk to cross the crosswalk, let's say, or the traffic lights. It's not a hard job for us. In terms of the regulation side, it's okay to navigate autonomously on the pavements, on the sidewalks, but to go over the car roads, you have to take manual control from the teleoperation and teleassistance center, which we have, and there, after passing the crosswalks or the traffic lights, then you put it back to the autonomous mode to make the deliveries. As said, the locations have to be 1 mile, 2 mile maximum. To do the neighborhood deliveries, let's say. That is the main use case that we are serving.
This is a disruptor in many senses. How is this going to affect the labor force?
Yeah, actually, although we are like, we are changing the deliveries, how the deliveries are made, right? But it's not meaning like we are creating unemployment, but on the other hand, we are also creating jobs for behind the screens in the teleoperation and teleassistance center, where these courier people are able to monitor the robots, intervene if any urgent situation, emergency situation occurs, and then it's like a pros and cons. So there will be less congestion on the streets by the couriers, there will be less danger, less traffic accidents compared to the robots, and they'll be able to work behind the computer screens, let's say. So there are pros and cons. It's better working environment for them, actually.
Okay, I have to play devil's advocate here. If you are expecting a delivery and if I'm walking down the street, what's stopping me from actually opening up the lid and perhaps steal your delivery before it gets to you?
It's actually, the lid is really locked. It's not easy to open it. It's as hard as opening the trunk of a car, right? So it's not very easy. Either you need an iron or something like that to be able to open it. We also have sensors, and we have a monitoring team, just in case of vandalism, let's say, who monitors at all times. So the sensor senses if anyone is playing with the robot, is interrupting the robot, or trying to hold it up, etc. We have a GPS to track if it's being theft, let's say, if it's being stolen. And it's not easy to open it, actually. It's like if your motorbike or car is safe, then this is safe as well.
It's been 4 years since you started. Where do you see this technology in another 4 or 5 years?
In 4 or 5 years, we want to be able to reach up to 5,000 to 10,000 robots in various cities and countries, let's say. Currently, our operations are in UK, in Belgium, in Poland, in Netherlands, in Turkey, and we have had also Spain in the past. And the goal is to be able to spread these robots all around the world as the regulation permits and as the demand for them increases.
Could we also foresee a scenario where one delivery robot actually is carrying multiple orders on the same delivery route?
Currently we do one at a time. We are working on the 3 and 4 compartment robots as well, which will increase the efficiency as well. But this is efficient already with one compartment at delivery at one time, let's say.
Robots could turn out to be better at deliveries than humans, but what about customer service? Companies like Akın Robotics think so and are leading the charge. Their versatile range of robots are capable of performing tasks in hospitality, healthcare, and retail, showcasing impressive adaptability and user interaction. One standout is Ada, a humanoid robot designed to guide and assist people across many venues. One of its top features is its advanced AI, allowing it to interact with people naturally and efficiently. Equipped with multiple sensors, cameras, and a sophisticated language processing system, Ada can understand and respond to human speech in multiple languages. So, what exactly does Ada do? In airports, Ada serves as a guide, providing passengers with flight information, directions, and even updates on gate changes. This not only enhances the travel experience, but also eases the workload for airport staff. In hospitals, Ada assists medical staff by delivering medication, monitoring patients' vital signs, and even offering companionship, helping to reduce loneliness and improve overall care. Ada is also making its mark in retail and hospitality. In shopping malls and hotels, Ada greets customers, provides information about products or services, and even handles basic customer service tasks. Talk to me about the development process. What goes into the development of a robot like this?
First, we decide what qualifications the robot should have. We ask some questions like in what areas this robot will be used, which sector it will serve, how many are needed, and what age group it will serve. By answering these questions, we decide on the qualifications. If the robot will be used in the service sector, we need a robot about our height. If the robot will be used in industrial sector, it needs a metal cover. If it is for children, the robot should have a cute look. It shouldn't be scary. Based on these considerations, we make a sketch model. Then, we take that model to our computer for the next process.
And Ada 7 is in the service sector?
Yes, Ada is designed for the service industry. In order for Ada to be in service sector, we need her to have arms and eyes to communicate with the person in front of it. It needs a screen like this. It needs to be able to do mapping. It also needs a self-managed charging system. We take these kinds of needs into consideration when creating a robot for the service sector.
Emre, what kind of advantages does a robot like this bring?
Ada can be used to greet personnel at a hotel, a restaurant, a cafe, or a bar. It can show customers which table to sit at and take their orders. It can deliver the order to the customers from the kitchen.
I'm interested to find out how people actually react to a robot like this.
If someone is distributing leaflets at the mall, people are generally hesitant to take them. But when a robot gives out those leaflets, so many people gather around the robot and take the leaflets. Since it is a new technology, people want to get a closer look. That's an advantage.
And how do you foresee the development in robotics?
With artificial intelligence, technology is growing exponentially. This growth brings technology to us sooner than we expected. Yes, today we produce these robots in Turkey, but in 3 years' time, I'm not sure what kind of robots we will be talking about. Maybe flying robots or robots with props. It is unpredictable.
Could we see a robot like this take on a more human form?
It really all depends on the area of service. If the robot will be working in the service sector, we need to consider safety matters. For example, there is a risk that a two-legged robot might fall down. We can produce a four-legged robots too, but they aren't as functional as the two-legged ones in this sector.
What are some of the projects that Akın Robotics is working on?
We have the Arat robot with 4 legs. Arat can walk on rough terrain and can transfer visuals simultaneously. We can enhance its capabilities with some added qualities. We have collaborative robot arms. They can be used in industrial settings. We have the AMR robot, which can carry weights up to 1 ton. We also have the 2-legged Akıncı robot, which we are still working on. Our robot Mina is serving in the service sector. Overall, these are what we are working on.
Endüstriyel kullanımda kullanılan bir robot.
In February of 2023, two powerful earthquakes struck southern Türkiye. In a matter of hours, tens of thousands of people had lost their lives, with countless others trapped underneath tons of rubble. The first 72 hours after an earthquake are especially critical for rescuers, so it's a race against time. Enter the potential use of robot dogs, equipped with advanced sensors and AI. These mechanical canines have the ability to navigate treacherous rubble with ease and search for survivors where human rescuers can't reach. Their thermal cameras can detect body heat, while sensitive microphones pick up faint cries for help. Each discovery could be relayed in real time to rescue teams, drastically improving response times. One company that is betting on exactly that is LTC Innovation. I sat down with the company's founder, Murat Bil, to talk about how they are developing the technology. So tell me a little bit about this cutting-edge company, LTC.
LTC Innovation produces digital robotic solutions in the industrial area and in the defense industry. LTC is mainly focused on predictive maintenance. We do troubleshooting at factories, and we offer them digital solutions. Our solutions are produced with robots or humanoid robots. Through certain apps, we can teach industrial predictive maintenance to someone who doesn't have a clue about the job. We can get them to see the malfunction in a machine and to produce a solution. We have 9 products that serve in the defense industry, search and rescue operations. Our robots also help find solutions for people with special needs.
One of the products that you have is a quadruped or a robot dog, Asil. Tell me a little bit about this, some of the technological features that stands out.
Among our robot Asil's capabilities, it can perform thermal analysis, detect ultrasonic air leakage, recognize certain people, and check information on them. We made 1 sale of Asil to Mexico and 2 sales inside Turkey. We hope to make more sales of Asil, whose main capability is to make predictive maintenance.
Besides civilian purposes, it can be used in the field of military as well, no?
Of course, it can be used for military purposes too. We have a pending agreement with a businessman abroad. That agreement envisages military use of Asil. Asil can go to places where it is too dangerous for human troops to be. In that sense, our robots can function as military personnel without any loss of life. Some of our projects are in the process of covering this area, both in Turkey and abroad.
Most of the people we've met so far were highly specialized in developing certain segments of the robotics sector. But with every industry, there is always some sort of mad scientist behind it. One who sees the big picture with bold ideas. Renan Gökyay is that mad scientist. Well, he's an industrial engineer by education and trade, but now he's leading a nearly century-old company into a world with less human input. I say mad scientist because you don't get many company owners building acoustic reverberation chambers in their offices. But when the slightest detail is the difference between success and failure, nothing is off limits. And one of his personal missions is to give a hand to startups, especially in the field of robotics.
Renambe, when you look at Saha Robotics, one way to describe it is a venture between a big investor and a group of small people, or a small group of people who have an idea. Talk to me about how important this relationship, not only for Saha Robotics, but also in the general field of robotics, the relationship between these two parties, an investor and a group of people that have an idea.
First of all, let me tell you this one. There is no big investment, and also but there is a very bright idea, okay, and very brave people. So this is very important, because I mean, people think that startups require bright ideas. Yes, but they end with unbrave people. So in Saha Robotic, these guys are brave. And today infrastructure is good enough to make things like robots, delivery robots. And they find out that they have enough know-how and knowledge also to write that codes. And they started to make the prototypes also, and they find me. The second thing is, indeed, we are not the investors. We are the enablers, let's say. We are the doers, the makers. So this is me and my team's and this company's mission, to be to make things real, let's say. Saha Robotic guys find me and they directly ask me, hey, we have a project, we have the mock-ups, we have the code, it's working, but we don't know how to manufacture it. And they know that me and my team, my company, is good with manufacturing. So the other investors, they directly invest the money. We invest know-how and we make things happen. Also, in that way, we have a share in Saha Robotics. And we paid the remainings beside our efforts. Oh, we have your coffee and then...
I brought your orders. You can pick up shelf with number 1.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so you have the vertical integration, you have the ecosystem. These are all advantages to provide some sort of efficiency, but there is something deeper than this. I think there is a passion for you to look at certain sectors, certain technologies and say, look, this is where the world is going. I have the ability to help out. It's not just about dollars and cents. It's not about the bottom line. There's a deeper passion, a personal passion.
Yes, I have this passion, but the most important thing for me is to increase the self-confidence of the young people, is to give them the confidence, the brave feelings, and to teach them their limits, to think about their limits, to pass their limits, to put absurd goals, because the absurd goals are extremely important. By putting the absurd goals, you start to think the way to reach that goal. On the way to reach that goal, first you reach very logical goals, logical steps, and that steps make you higher and higher and higher. And then suddenly you find out that this absurd goal is not absurd anymore.
Let me ask you this. I like the fact that there is a service robot bringing me my coffee, perhaps a vacuum cleaner cleaning my house while I'm not there. These are things that are readily available. And I can only imagine how much more efficient or easier or practical my life will be in the coming years. But any new technology, especially when it comes to robotics, especially when it comes to artificial intelligence, does have potential risks. What are some of the things that you're looking out for? What are some of the things that you're afraid of?
I was scared till, I think 2 years ago, let's say till last year. It was very scary for me because I grown up with the books of Asimov. I was shocked by 2001 Space Odyssey movie. I'm quite problematic on guessing the steps. This is one of my malfunctioning. I think I'm trying too much to guess what happened, if this happened, then what happened, then what happened, then what happened, then what happened. This is too much. There is no end to that one. So we are like in an ocean race of sailing. So what is going on? The meteorology, the wind, the waves is not under our control. So what I can do is sailing in a good manner. So this is what I'm doing.
Thank you very much for talking to us. I do appreciate it. Predictions of a robotic future can be grim, at least according to Hollywood, where machines destroy and replace humans one day. Well, today's robots are destroying certain jobs, replacing us on the factory floor and behind the wheel. But as many jobs are lost, new ones are being created. Türkiye is seeing this reordering of its labor market, from the service sector to delivery drivers. Turkish robotic companies feel the country can't ignore this change. It has to create an ecosystem of engineers as well as talent so it can be part of that robotic future. Well, that's all we have time for today here on NexTech. I'm Alican Ayanlar, and we'll see you next time.